Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we are crawling back into a crawl space where the work is already in progress. What we are doing is installing a sump pump, sump pit with gravel perforated pipe, and we're going to plumb that out through the foundation wall to where it discharges. And you can see this is quite a deep excavation. So let's go ahead and get started. While there are several things that are difficult about working in a crawl space, I think the hardest thing is bringing in tools and gravel. You can see how tight this crawl space is and how much trouble it is just to bring in tools. That's all right, Paul. We got lots. Leave that there. We need you back. So basically, we've got to remove all of this soil here on this corner and trench a line that goes all the way over to the other corner, where we'll put a sump pit. So a little tough of an excavation here. So over here where Derek's digging, that's where our pit's going to go. It's got to go down about another foot or so. And then back through here, where Paul's using the pick, we want to make sure that we get down below where those water lines are going through right at the footer level. So we're almost there. Just want to go a little deeper, and then we'll gravel perforate all this all the way back to the back, bring it over to our sump pump. Our sump pump will lift it up and send it back all the way out through that back wall back there. While the guys are digging down in the crawl space, I'll go ahead and core the foundation wall for the sump pump discharge. This is done with a Bosch hammer drill and a 2-inch diamond core bit. Only takes about 3 or 4 minutes to drill through that brick, and we make a nice hole. This hole is perfect for the 1.5 PVC, which is the discharge from the sump pump. That will come out, go underground, and go back in your backyard. We'll go drill one more hole through a rock retaining wall, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so you can see our discharge from the sump pump is actually coming through this stone wall. Sorry I didn't show you all the trench here, but it's basic plumbing, 1.5 pipe, comes down through underground, and you can see where it comes out of the wall. This is where we cored the wall, and we're going to hook that up to the sump pump inside. But basically that line just goes down underground. I've already covered it, but comes out, turns, and of course it's just coming through the retaining wall right here. Okay, so we're ready to set up our Zoller M53. First thing that you need is an 1.5 male threaded adapter. Threads will thread into the female discharge of the pump. We just start this in there hand tight. Doesn't have to be real tight, but always helps a little bit. Next, we've cut a piece of pipe just to bring it up out of the pit, and here we'll install our check valve. So let's go ahead and glue that up. Good amount of glue. Push and hold. This actually welds the PVC together. It melts it together, makes a permanent bond. Always close your glue up so you don't spill it. Next, we're going to install our check valve. Check valve only allows water to flow one way, and there's a little arrow on here. Probably can't see it, but it says flow. So we want to make sure that's pointing upward so that water can come up out of the pump and be pushed up through here, but no water can drop back down into the line. These come with no hub adapters, and you can see the bands on here. We use a 5/16 inch drill bit to tighten these up. So first I'll just loosen this clamp up a little bit, bring it down, and just tighten this as tight as this drill will take it. Good. We'll leave this one off so that when we go inside we can actually install the rest of it. So this pump's ready to go down into the crawl space into our sump pit. Okay, so we've got our pit installed here. We're just going to take the footer tile down right here. I would just use the pick maybe, or whatever you want, just right there. Just a kind of a little lip coming up, and then we'll drill a hole for the pipe. We'll set our pump down in the pit. Yeah, we just need to take that down just right there. That's perfect. Just scrape it back. We'll clean that trench out, make it a little bit wider. That's perfect. And then just clean that trench out. We're ready to install. Okay, so we've installed our footer tile down along the footer, and now we're backfilling with gravel. That all comes over here to the sump pump, and we'll plumb this up here in just a second, which is sitting here loose. The reason that we're digging this down so deep is, you can see this is a crawl space. We're down inside of it, but on this wall there's a basement, and this is all finished area back here, and water had been flooding through this brick and also through wherever the pipes came through the wall. So we had to dig down to the footer and put the gravel perforated pipe all the way through, which will lead to the sump pump. We'll lift it up and send it out to the back wall. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day. Okay, so we've got our pit installed, our sump pump, check valve, our riser to come up, and we're now backfilling the trench with gravel. That just helps the water get into the sump pump pit a little quicker. And this is gravel by the bag, and again you can see we're down deep here inside of a crawl space. All been excavated out, and it's real hard to bring in the gravel and the other parts as well because it's so shallow up there. It's not very high. Back here, once you get in the trench, it's a little bit easier to work. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day. Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we're going to be putting a sump pump in this crawl space, kind of an unusual crawl space. We're going to show you what it looks like here. It's a real tight fit inside, and then we're going to go back and go down about 8 feet. So let's take a look. So we got Paul crawling in here, taking some tools and a sump pit, and we'll go right around all this corner here to the back.